What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today in this video of Calibria Crystal Guardians, I am presenting to you guys a guide on ArchMage. This old guy is a really amazing nuke indeed in this game. If you guys are really looking forward for juice, then he can actually be a very good substitute for that one as well. They nearly both work in like similar pattern in my opinion, and also at the same time they nearly like have like similar type of like attack stats as well as the base stat. So anyways, before starting this video, please do subscribe to my channel. All right, and now let's get this started. Let's start with his base stats, guys. First of all, ArchMage. He is a attack type hero unit, so he can actually deal a lot of damage. And right over here, guys, at the max level of 35, he has an HP of 11,670. That's actually good for a attacker. And defense is about 664. Attack is 1401. Wow, I think this would be like second highest in my opinion, the highest being the Arcanist, and the Jews. Attack is a lot. That's a lot of attack, guys. That means like with the base attack stats like that one, provided that he has really good skills, he can really nuke a lot of damage against the opponents, guys. That's pretty much guaranteed. The next thing is gonna be the speed. That is 101, pretty decent for attack unit. Not really that slow indeed in my opinion. And now let's start with the first skill, guys. Great Fireball. Summon fire to attack an enemy to deal 370% of attack in damage. Wow, that's a lot of percentage multiplier, alright? And 30% chance to immediately receive another attack turn. Wow, just think about it, okay? He's already getting that 30% chance to get an extra turn. What if he's actually in the Berserk Rune set? The chances are actually gonna be really high, okay? So just try to give him the Berserk Rune set as soon as possible, and this guy is actually gonna be really a good spammer, guys. I mean, like, he's actually gonna get like extra turn really fast, and obviously that means that he's actually gonna have a faster skill cooldown, and obviously he's gonna nuke his damage output pretty fast as well. So there we go, guys. A really good nuke starting from his first skill, and yes, there is a really good chance for him to get a next turn and next turn and another turn and another turn, which is really good, right? The next thing is gonna be second skill, first version, Elemental Summon. Summon 3 elementals which rush towards random enemies, okay? Pretty much a little bit like AoE attack. Each deals 310% of attack in damage and has a 75% chance to freeze the target for 1 turn. Well, that's good. I mean, like 3 times 310, that is like 930% of attack in damage. If you somehow manage to like like corner an opponent to being a single target, wow, the damage that he's gonna deal is gonna be amazing. That's a lot, and has about like 75% that can be improved up to like 100% chance to freeze the target for 1 turn. That's also really good, especially like if you really are having a problem with the opponent, especially in the arena. This actually can really be a very good thing right out there as well. 100% chance to freeze the target. A very arena type skill indeed. Really good for arena, guys. Just think about it. If you can just freeze the opponents right off the bat. I mean, like, yes, there might be like some situations where you really want able to give him a lot of speed, but there are certain units like Windwalker that can provide him the instantaneous turn right away, right? The only thing that you need to do is try to make that Windwalker a very speedy unit, and when she actually provides a instantaneous turn to him, then guess what, guys? He's actually gonna freeze like 3 targets, like in optimal. So that's gonna be really good, guys. 100% chance to freeze the target, like 3 targets if possible. That's insane. Elemental Summon, pretty insane, especially for PvP contents. Well, obviously against the bosses it can actually be a little bit problematic, but anyways, let's move on to the Blizzard. That's gonna be the second version of the second skill. This says summon a Blizzard which attacks all enemies 3 times. So wow, that's good. An AoE skill, and it actually hits for 3 times. Each attack deals 95% of attack in damage and has that's gonna be like 25% chance to freeze the target for 1 turn. 25% chance may not look really that great, but you also need to remember that it strikes for 3 times. Alright, so yes, in 3 times there is actually gonna be a really good chance that he is actually gonna land that freezing like skill. So yes, this is also another PvP style or arena type like skill right over there. But I would actually go with this Elemental Summon providing like 100% chance to freeze. Wow, that's at least, like it's too good, okay, for me. Well, now let's move on to the third skill, first version, Judgment Blade. Call forth a magic sword which descends from the sky and deals 505% of attack and damage to the target. And wait a minute, it actually doesn't end right over there. Damage increases by up to 50% as target HP falls. Wow. Okay, I mean, like, lesser the HP of the opponent, the more damage is gonna deal, and it actually sounds a little bit like Zeus as well, which who actually, you know, like, keeps on scaling his damage higher and higher and higher as long as the opponent's, you know, like, HP goes down and down and down. Okay, lower the HP, higher the damage against the opponents. So that's really good. After attack turn is complete, the magic sword will protect itself for one turn again. Wow, that's good. And if attacked, the sword absorbs all damage. Remember, guys, all damage and reflect it back to the attacker. This is definitely a very good skill, especially for PvE contents, the catacombs. Okay, this thing right over there, especially if you can pair up with the curse of the shaman. The damage is gonna be huge, guys. The damage is gonna be huge. Wow, a really good counter plus a nuke. I really love it. I really love it, guys. I really love it. Or you can go with the Mana Blade array as well. It actually works pretty much in the same similar fashion as well. Summons a magical array which blasts energy swords at an enemy like 6 times. Okay, which deals each sword deals like 65% of attack and 10% of target's HP lost in damage. So yeah, you can also expect a lot of damage from this skill as well if you are really fighting against the bosses, okay, like catacomb boss, stuff like that. And now let's move on to the next third version of the passive, third skill. Passive elemental control. It says at the start of the battle, 30% chance, that can be improved up to 50% chance, guys. 50% chance to increase all enemies skill cooldown by 1 turn. What the WTF, guys, WTF. Effect does not stack. This is really, really good, okay? Really, really good. 50% chance, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now it says like at the start of the battle only, so that means like this is definitely only for arena contents, not definitely for a PvE contents, okay? Like catacombs and stuff like that. But for PvP content, this obviously has a lot of use right over there, meaning like if you can actually increase the enemy skill cooldown, then that means that like the opponents won't be able to use their like second skill and third skill, which usually has a lot of nuking damage, or let's say a lot of negative status effects that they can apply on you, or any sort of like crippling things that they can apply on you, which can be really problematic for you guys, or maybe they might actually speed boost themselves up. If you can just avoid them, that's so good. And next thing is that like he really don't have to execute this skill. This is a passive. As soon as the battle starts, this effect is gonna be vital. This effect is gonna be vital. Early on in the games, whenever you are having a very hard time in the arena content, just get this unit. If you have this unit, congratulations, just use this passive skill and you will have much easier time in having a good control over your arena contents, okay? That's for sure. Please try to scale up, or let's say upgrade this skill right off the bat, okay? Just 4 levels, okay? 4 skill cats for this one. Well, best of luck for that one. And if you can just do this one, this is too good. Paired up with like either this one or this one, both are pretty great. Just try to give him a very good amount of hit percentage stat boost, and that will really help him out. And if you can go with the Berserk rune set as his primary set, then that will just, you know, like make him a very frequently hitting insane nuker, okay? That's what it is in my opinion, okay? And for the leader skill as well, it's too good. All allied heroes will be receiving like 33% attack boost in all regions for every type of allies. Whatever the allies, he's always gonna take them in his like arms, okay? And then he's actually gonna boost up their attack by up to 33%. That's really great. A lot of nuking potential that you can get from the ArchMage, guys. This is really good stuff happening around right over here. Very fearful unit. Obviously, good for both PvE as well as the PvP content, but he has a little bit more inclination towards the arena contents. That's what I can say. So now, the main discussion is what sort of runes should we really give to this old man? Okay, so let's discuss about that one. So first of all, judging from his skills, he can either actually be a really good utility hero unit in the game or a really good damage nuker, all right? So just these two roles, you know, like he can actually fulfill really nicely. So let's actually go with the attack build first. Okay, obviously for attack build, it's either going to be the attack set or the destruction set. With the attack set, if he has like 4 pieces, that's a 35% attack boost, and with 6 pieces, having like 15% chance to ignore the enemy's defense is really great as well. Or you can actually combine the attack set with the wild set as well to get like that extra critical rate, which is really hard to obtain for a attack type hero unit, right? And you can go with the destruction set as well for the in-game contents, where 4 pieces will be providing you the 40% of critical damage, and 6 pieces will provide you a 15% extra attack boost. But I think destruction set should be combined with the wild set, because like having that 80%, above 80% type of like critical rate is kind of really hard in this game, because there is only like 6 runes because like in other games there are like about like 8 runes, like let's say Air of Light. Okay, so in this case wild runes is actually going to be very, very important with the destruction as well as the attack set to have that extra critical hit rate. Okay, and the next thing is going to be the support type unit. As a support type unit, guys, it would be better if you can actually go with the Agile rune set. Okay, Agile rune set will just allow him to be the first one to cast his skill right off the bat, especially if you are trying to use him in the arena sets. Okay, because like his main purpose is actually gonna be 2 things. Okay, first of all, with his passive, you know, like third version of his third skill, he's actually going to increase the skill cooldown rate of the entire opponents, which is obviously gonna disable their like second skill and third skill usability at the start of the battle, which obviously can put your opponents at a severe disadvantage. Whereas for the second thing is that you can actually freeze the targets with his second skill, first version or the second version, whatever it is. Okay, so right over there he's actually using being used as a utility set rather than a nuker. But if you really want to use him as a nuker, then obviously it's going to be the attack set and the destruction set indeed. Okay, Agile set actually provides him like 25% of speed boost. That's really great, because like higher the speed you have, there's always going to be a really good chance that you are going to get your first turn whenever the arena battle starts, and that's actually going to give you a lot of advantage. Okay, whereas if you really want to be a late gamer indeed with this guy and be good at like every kind of sections out there, this rune, the Berserk rune, is actually gonna help him out a lot, tons of lot, whether it be like PvE or PvP. But in PvP, I think Agile is a little bit better, in my opinion. Okay, but anyways, the late game rune is obviously gonna be the Berserk rune that provides him like 30% chance for like bonus turn, and obviously provided that like he has initially 30% chance embedded in his first skill to get an extra turn is already good enough. And just combining these two is gonna be a really good way to get him a very frequently like a frequent extra turn with him. Okay, so that's really good. A lot more damage and a lot more utilities. What more do you want with him? Okay, and now when we are talking about the primary stat, or like let's say the main stat, what should we really focus on? When it's gonna be like second slot, please try to go with either the attack percentage boost if you really want to make him the attack build, but if you really want to make him the speed build, just go with the speed stat boost as the primary stat. Okay, speed stat boost for the speed build and attack percentage boost for the attack build. Whereas for the fourth slot, it's always gonna be like critical damage, but if you really don't have enough critical hit rate on your substats or additional stats, then you really have to go with the critical hit rate as the primary stat on the fourth slot. And for the sixth slot, guys, if you really want to go as a utility type of hero unit, as like a speedster, okay, please try to go with a hit percentage boost, because like he will actually require a lot of hit percentage in order to inflict the opponents with that freezing spell really accurately. Whereas if you just are really focusing on the attack build and trying to deal a lot of damage, then obviously attack percentage boost as the primary stat is a must. Okay, so there we go, guys. There are like 2 types of build that you can build with them, and those are pretty much the primary stat involved with that one. Whereas as a attack build, okay, what are the sorts of like substats or additional stats that you really have to focus on? It's gonna be the speed stat boost, attack percentage boost, critical rate boost, and critical hit damage boost. And also try to give him some like hit percentage boost. All right, for the speed build, please try to give him the speed boost as the primary, the secondary stat or additional stat, speed boost, HP percentage boost, defense percentage boost, and the hit percentage boost. You can also like insert some of the critical hit rate and the critical damage as well, because like yes, he has still a lot of like nuke left in him, even if you are going to build him as a a speedster unit, or let's say a arena type unit, or let's say a disabler type of unit, or let's say a support type of unit. Okay, so there we go, guys. That's it. Yeah, he's a really amazing unit, guys. Try to use him, and then like if you really have him, then congratulations, you really have got a very amazing and wonderful unit indeed in your arsenal. So this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel, and see you guys in the next video.